The words, "I just don't have any room for a garden," are totally debunked here with Janet Luke in Havelock North.
I run a company called Green Urban Living, and it's a web-based company, and it's all about sort of trying to teach people and inspire people to live more sustainably in an urban environment, because really most of us do live in town nowadays, but you know, there's a lot of things that we can do to live more sustainably. So realistically, you know, a lot of people live in a very small space. It could be just a very small balcony on an apartment, or it can be in a townhouse and have a tiny little courtyard. But there are ways that you can use that space really constructively, and it's ways of using that vertical space. So lots of hanging pots, using the wall space, and there's some animals that you can actually have on a balcony. I keep my bees in a beehive on my balcony, and I've also kept my quail in a movable, similar to a rabbit run on wheels that can be moved around the balcony, and they are really successfully kept in such a small space. I mean, admittedly, we do have a lovely large garden, but I see this as my scientific lab, and I can experiment with things and find ways that you can grow successfully in small spaces. I use a permaculture idea, which is with chickens and a chicken tractor, and so the chickens live in this movable light chicken dome, and they move from one garden bed to the next, and the garden bed is the same shape as their chicken tractor. So basically all I do is I plant my seedlings, and I water my seedlings, and I harvest my vegetables, and my chickens do everything else. So they do all my weeding for me, they do the manuring, they do all the fertilising, they do all the eating of the bugs and the caterpillars. They eat all our kitchen scraps and lawnmower clippings and all that sort of thing. So I call them my feathered gardeners, so they make it really, really easy. I've got milking goats now, so we're totally self-sufficient in dairy products. Large garden, we've got lots of fruit trees, we've got our chickens for eggs. I've started raising rabbits with the idea that they are going to be our homegrown meat. We're very lucky that we do back onto a school, because we've got all that borrowed landscape. Our boys go there, so I work with the school and have set up a gardening club with the boys. I'm very fortunate to have them because I can also graze my goats down there.